Welcome back to Shea Stadium here in Peoria, Illinois. Coventry Healthcare and Aetna Company proudly presents the 2013 Missouri Valley Conference Men's Soccer Championship semifinal game 1 here this afternoon as the 4th seed Cougars from SIU Edwardsville take on the top seed and the regular season champions Missouri State Bears. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday afternoon. Along with Ty Keogh, I'm Scott Warman. Great to have you alongside as we get set for this semifinal matchup. A couple more teams, Ty, it seems kind of be the case in this tournament, who have just recently seen each other again here in this matchup.
Yeah, just 6 days ago, in fact, SIU Edwardsville went down to Springfield, beat Missouri State on their home field. Missouri State's only loss in the conference schedule of the regular season.
All right, let's take a look at the final standings in the Missouri Valley Conference. And the final standings are brought to you by Purina Dog Chow. Help keep him strong, Dog Chow strong. There you see the Bears, 5-1, finish up conference play, winning the regular season championship, their fifth conference title, followed by Drake, who we'll see later on tonight, taking on Bradley, and of course Edwardsville finishing in the 4th slot. Let's get to Ty's keys for this afternoon's game, and it's brought to you by Emerson. Emerson is the global technology and engineering company. Emerson, consider it solved.
And for the SIUE Cougars, they need to get the ball to their playmaker, their first-team all-conference number 4, Matt Polster, so that he can feed the very dangerous forwards that SIU Cougars have. They also need to play 2 strong halves. In the quarterfinal the other night, SIU didn't really come out and play at all in the first half. In the second half, they were a completely different team. To beat Missouri State, they're going to have to play 2 halves. For the Missouri State Bears, it's payback for that loss just 6 days ago. And then they have to contain Danzy and Valesky, the very dangerous and fast forwards for the SIUE Cougars.
And as we see that Missouri State flag, you can see the wind still a little bit here at Shea Stadium, but nothing like the factor that we saw in Wednesday afternoon's game in the quarterfinals. It's semifinal game number 1. As you see, the Cougars and the Bears headed out to Shea Stadium Field. We'll have our starting lineups and opening kick headed your way next on MVC Live.
You want affordable healthcare coverage that helps cover rising medical costs, and that's exactly what you'll get with Coventry Healthcare. We offer comprehensive, affordable plans for your family or business. Visit CoventryHealthcare.com or text WELLNESS to 74574. Health, wellness, Coventry Healthcare.
Casey's, famous for pizza.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so...
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
You like to keep your family healthy and fit. And now there's a new way to do the same for your dog. Introducing new Purina Dog Chow Light and Healthy. It's a no-sacrifices, calorie-light way to keep him trim. With a deliciously tender and crunchy kibble blend he'll love. And 22% fewer calories than dog chow. Discover the lighter side of strong. New Purina Dog Chow Light and Healthy.
You want affordable healthcare coverage that helps cover rising medical costs, and that's exactly what you'll get with Coventry Healthcare. We offer comprehensive, affordable plans for your family or business. Visit CoventryHealthcare.com or text WELLNESS to 74574. Health, wellness, Coventry Healthcare.
2013 Missouri Valley Conference Men's Soccer Championship is brought to you by Coventry Healthcare, the official presenting sponsor for Valley Live. By Casey's General Store, Casey's, famous for pizza. And by Purina Dog Chow, help keep him strong, Dog Chow strong. Back at Shea Stadium as we get set for the first semifinal of 2 here today. As you see, the Cougars of SIU Edwardsville and the Missouri State Bears, along with Ty Keogh and our entire Webstream Productions crew. Scott Warman with you. Great to have you alongside as the winner of this one will play in the championship game here in Peoria on Sunday afternoon. Let's take a look at our starting lineups as they're being announced here at Shea Stadium. And the starting lineups for this afternoon's match is brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi, live for now. As we take a look at the starters, same starting 10 for Coach Kalish and the Edwardsville Cougars, just as we saw Ty on Wednesday's quarterfinal game where they moved on to this semifinal matchup.
And the dangerous players that we mentioned already, number 9, Danzy, and number 8, Christian Boleski. They have breakaway speed and should create some offense for SIUE.
And their goalkeeper is a senior from the St. Louis area, John Berner. And there you see John right there, number 1 for the SIU Edwardsville Cougars. There you see his numbers, and congratulations to him, not only making first-team conference, as was announced last night during the banquet, also is the goalkeeper of the year in 2013 in the Missouri Valley Conference. So congratulations to John on another exceptional year, 2-time goalkeeper of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference. All right, the regular season champions in the Valley are the Missouri State Bears. 10-4-2 the record overall, 5-1 in the conference play as you see their starting lineup. And here's a team really that doesn't score a lot of goals. They are very a defensive-minded team here, Ty.
They are very difficult to break down, extremely well organized, and also a top-flight goalkeeper in Trevor Spangenberg, also named first team all-conference.
And Spangenberg, there you see a shot of him there as he is just announced to the crowd here at Shea Stadium. And you see his number. Look at that, goals against .40. And he had 10 shutouts this season. In fact, he came off an injury from last year where he missed all of 2012 for Coach John Leamy's Missouri State Bears, but coming back with a vengeance and getting a lot of help from the 10 guys in front of him this year to win the conference title for the Missouri State Bears. Again, it is the 5th conference title for men's soccer in Missouri State history. All right, let's take a look at the series history, which is brought to you by Coventry Healthcare and Aetna Company. SIU leads the all-time series 8-2-1. The Cougars, of course, as we mentioned, taking that series earlier this year in the regular season to wrap up the regular season as they won it by a goal over the Cougars from SIU Edwardsville. Again, as we mentioned, just a little bit of a light wind today, not the heavy wind and that gusty wind, Ty, that we had that I thought really took an effect at times in both matchups on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. And surprisingly enough, as you talked about, a slow start for SIU Edwardsville in that quarterfinal matchup, and they had that wind behind them. They turned on the lights against the wind in that second half of the game.
They scored both goals to really open up the game, playing against the wind. But these lower wind conditions should make for more attractive soccer, increase the ability of the teams to possess the ball and keep it on the ground. And that .40 goals against average for Spangenberg and Missouri State at the conclusion of the regular season was among, if not the very top, and I mean lowest goals against average in Division I soccer in the entire country.
They had a school record 7 straight matches without giving up a goal. 7 straight. Think about that. And as we mentioned, 10 shutouts this season as Spangenberg started all 16 games for the Missouri State Bears this season. They have not had an NCAA tournament appearance since 2009. Of course, they are expected to be favored in this tournament, and we're seeing them for the first time. Again, the Cougars winning their quarterfinal matchup to move into the semifinals to take on Missouri State. Cougars will take control to begin this semifinal matchup here from Shea Stadium. You know, talking to the Missouri State people, as you mentioned, the last matchup just 6 days ago between these two teams, and really predominantly the play handled between the two teams in the middle of the field. Not a lot of offensive attack time for either squad in the previous matchup just last Saturday.
Well, and two very strong goalkeepers backing up each back line for these two teams, and so goals are going to be hard to come by.
Not the wide open affair we saw in that second matchup on Wednesday night. As we mentioned Spangenberg, #1, the goalkeeper for the Missouri State Bears, making the all-conference first team in the Valley, along with his counterpart here, John Berner, today in our first semifinal matchup. You look up and down this roster for Missouri State, and Coach Leamy, congratulations to him and his staff. They wind up getting the coaching staff of the year of the Missouri Valley Conference. That was announced at the banquet last night. But a lot of kids from overseas. I think there's 8 young men from England that are on this Missouri State roster, making the trip from across the pond all the way to southwest Missouri.
Well, they're probably hoping for rain today because they're used to
They're used to it,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, they're used to playing in those conditions, sure.
And the Cougars get a cross from Danzy, and again, blanketed defensively by the Missouri State Bears. First time John Berner will touch it for the Cougars here this afternoon. Number 2, Kendall Moulin, the freshman, part of the all-freshman team for the Cougars of Southern Illinois for the first season. And there you get a shot of Matt Polster there. There's one of the keys, Ty, mentioned to you for the outset of this game for success for Southern to maybe make it to their second successive championship Valley title game on Sunday.
Yeah, Polster was a little disappointing on Wednesday in terms of his overall impact in the midfield and feeding the ball forward to Valesky especially, who's the top field player in terms of offensive threat for the SIUE Cougars.
Esong on the throw-in for the Missouri State Bears. Shot taken, and Berner makes the first save of this afternoon's contest as the Missouri State Bears in the opening 3 minutes dangerous on the offensive attack.
Decent chance there by Jack Roberts. Shot low to the right of Berner. Berner covers it well. Both teams are dangerous on the long throws. The wind not a factor, but there are good targets for those long throws. Some height available to try to pinpoint those long throws into the dangerous areas of the field.
And a missed kick there, and here comes the Cougars off the steal. Lewis Ellis, who had a very nice performance in their victory on Wednesday afternoon. Long shot taken and an easy handle for Missouri State.
Yeah, Missouri State with a giveaway in their own end there. SIUE trying to capitalize there. That's not the type of play you're used to seeing out of Missouri State, very sure at the back.
Lamar pushes it ahead to Roberts. And here comes the Bears on the attack. Cross taken. Oh, and that's going to be off of Missouri State or Edwardsville. Looks like it's
going
to be a corner here for Missouri State, their first of the afternoon.
John Boyack with the attempt. Good defending coming all the way across. I believe it was Sean Bowman, number 5 for SIUE, making the defensive clearance, which resulted in this corner.
Brandon Barbero there. Where's number 23 for the Missouri State Bears? Will handle the corner. Back to Barbero. Trying to get across here. And Boyack taking off the play. Back outside. On a give and go. Hogue with the cross. And it's happened right there off the Thomas attempted tip in, and the save made by Berner.
Yeah, James Thomas open out in front there. Not good marking by SIUE, and a decent cross here as it goes against the grain, slightly behind Thomas, or they obviously done better with it and gotten more force on it.
Polster tied up, no whistle, and somehow he comes up with the loose ball, swings it out to Bowman. Opening 5.5 minutes of our first semifinal between SIU Edwardsville and Missouri State. No score between these two teams. Number 2 versus number 3 in our second semifinal tonight. We'll have it for you here on NBC Live, starting at 6 o'clock. Third seed Bradley Braves with that double overtime thrilling win over Evansville, as they'll take on the 2 seed Drake Bulldogs.
And you're right, that Bradley Evansville game, wide open end-to-end counterattack. And then a counterattack the other way. The amount of energy expended was incredible, and it could affect Bradley's ability in the second semifinal.
Brandon Bassong, a little too far ahead. And here's Polster helping out and covering up for the Cougars.
Well, that's his job, to take control at midfield. Matt Polster, number 4 for SIUE. He did it defensively there. They need him to do more, also taking charge offensively at midfield.
Sean Bowman will handle this for the Bradley Braves. Sean from Carbondale, Illinois, 1 assist in this 2013 campaign for the Cougars.
Quick tackler, good speed. He's really on there more for his defensive capabilities, ball winning, tackling, not so much for his offensive capabilities.
Keeps it in. Trying to get Danzy, and now we have a whistle. And that's going to be on SIUE. So we're going to kick here for Missouri State. There you see the bench of the regular season champions from Springfield, Missouri. Danzy trying to apply some pressure from the forward spot. And now a long drive here by Missouri State. Thomas giving chase. And they're going to say that we're going to get a throw in for Bradley, or excuse me, SIU Edwardsville. Hogue and Danzy, and they're going to say Missouri State gets it this time. A lot of short, quick passes here, Ty, and very slow in trying to set up their plays, aren't they, at least early on here for Missouri State?
Well, I think each team trying to put their imprint on the game in terms of being able to maintain possession, keep the ball, perhaps make the opposition chase a little bit and expend that energy. But also both teams, when the opponent is trying to possess the ball in their own end, are pressuring pretty high, so the ball does have to move quickly.
This is Bassong again for Missouri State. Junior from Iowa. Now Danzy trying to give chase. Marked up very nicely, and again, there's a good shot there of that Missouri State defense that has been so successful during this 2013 campaign.
Well, part of being a good defensive team is having the composure to keep possession. If you're in possession of the ball, it's very difficult to give up a goal. So you see Missouri State, when they win it, and it's a confidence builder as well. Not only that, it can tire out the opponent if you're able to maintain and establish a possession game, and that's what you see both teams really trying to do right now, is establish a possession game.
Bauman just had it stripped from him, as that was a nice play by Brandon Barbero of the Missouri State Bears.
Both teams willing to knock the ball backwards, in fact, to maintain that possession. You see this done at both ends of the field early in the game here.
Number 9, Hogg, who's their leading scorer, as he had 5 goals this season for the Bears. In fact, Emmerich Hogg with those 5 goals, all game-winning goals.
There's a good look there at Danzy, Jabari Danzy, with a goal and an assist on Wednesday evening. And that nice victory for the SIUE Cougars, where they really were disappointing in their play, or disappointed in themselves in the first half of play, but then came out and really got it done, especially Danzy.
John Boyack marked up by Bauman. And Southern trying to clear it out. Can't. There's Basong right there. The Barbero. Now to Roberts. Roberts, who's an All-Valley midfielder. Had 3 of 4 goals that he scored this season. Scored in conference play and second in the team in goals here in 2013. One of the many young men that are from the land of England.
He's from Leicester.
Long throw in, a little too far. And Missouri State will handle it once again.
Well, the SIUE Cougars played just on Wednesday against Loyola, so they should be raring to go. Missouri State, you wonder, are they a little bit rusty? Mm-hmm. They had the night off on Wednesday. They got to kind of find the rhythm.
And a whistle, and we've got a Cougar down right in front of the penalty area. And can't exactly make the number. It looks like it is Christensen. If you remember, he was involved in
yeah, he set up Danzy's the first goal for SIUE on Wednesday.
Yeah. And it looks like he's going to be O'Cray, the sophomore from Iowa, transfer from Northern Illinois. They want to let you know that today's MVC Scholar Athlete of the Match is Missouri State's Brandon Basong, a junior defender from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Basong got a game-winning goal, and the Bears Bears in 2013 has a 3.53 Hume GPA in entertainment management. It's a 4-time MSU Athletic Director's Honor Roll selection. Congratulations to Brandon Basong. There's Brandon right there, trying to get the attack going for the Missouri State Bears. Scoreless through the first 12 minutes of this first semifinal matchup that we have for you here on MVC Live. Brandon trying to get it to Roberts, and now possession back to SIU Edwardsville. This is Bauman. And it looks like they want to try to reverse fields here. Ledbetter made the all-freshman team in the announcement last night in the banquet that they had here in Peoria. And Hogue makes a nice play there defensively, and it looks like Cougars are going to get it. Yeah, you see a little pushing and shoving right there. Brett Lane getting involved. It's all right, just trying to get the juices flowing here, right?
Yeah, a little excess energy. Trying to burn off some of that excess energy. SIU, Edwardsville, the Cougars here appear to be wanting to bring the ball over to the right side. I think they believe they have a good matchup with Jamari Danzy on the right side. They've got him pushed up real far, looking for a quick break up this right side. Let's see if they can break through. There's Danzy, number 9 for the Cougars.
You would imagine, however, that him along with Valesky would be covered like blankets here in this afternoon's match. Especially when you talk about a defensive-minded squad as Missouri State Bears are.
And I see Danzy pushed up farther than he was, especially in the first half for the Cougars in Wednesday's quarterfinal.
As you see the Bears holding that and maintaining that possession, very slow and deliberate.
Very patient in possession here. But the Cougars keeping that possession deep in Missouri State's end and not allowing them to get the ball out. And finally forcing the long ball.
Hogue will handle it here for Missouri State. And again, the Bears kind of retreating, taking their time. This is Boyack trying to get it to the outside, and they'll slide it back down.
The Cougars' pressure, though, pretty effective.
Yes.
Even though Missouri State's possessing it, they're having to go backwards and then farther back and farther back still.
Well, last time they almost ran out of room.
Exactly.
Now they'll swing it to the far side. This is Basong. He'll get a carry. Try to get an attack going here for the Bears. They've had a couple of opportunities early on. Basong now swings it to the outside. We get the cross. Ledbetter will head it out. We'll get our second corner of the afternoon for the Missouri State Bears with 15 minutes expired in this opening half.
Well, that's some good stuff from Missouri State. Good approach play, a nice give and go between Basong and James Thomas, and then a good cross in there that forced a strong defensive header out of the Cougars' defense.
A shot at Kevin Kalish, the 6-year head coach for the Cougars from SIU Edwardsville. Emmerich Hogue handles this corner for the Bears. And he'll do it again. Again, very deep kicks on the corners, are they, Ty?
Well, this one's an in-swinger. They're trying to get someone to flick it on at the near post is what it looks like.
And Berner. Oh, and that one is blocked up ahead as Barbero tried a shot there. And an offsides there as the Missouri State player was just a little bit ahead of the play.
Well, that was an important block on that long distance attempt by Missouri State. Kendall Mullen, the freshman center back, courageously got his body in the way of that shot because it had a lot of force behind it. Berner got under that one more than he wanted to.
I was going to say, like a miss kick.
Yeah, it gave the Missouri State defenders a lot of time to get under it.
And the Bears get the possession back now. They'll settle things down. The song passed just a little out of the potential on the receiving end of his teammate, and now here come the Cougars on a possible counterattack. Brett Lane there, number 22. There's Danzy. Danzy to the middle of the field. Danzy, 3 white jerseys in front of him, lost the handle.
Yeah. Danzy dribbled himself into a cul-de-sac.
Ledbetter, number 6, as you see just on the bottom of your screen.
The other freshman center back.
The all-freshman team as well. Yeah,
they were both freshman center backs were very strong.
I was going to
for
say,
the Cougars Wednesday night.
You were very impressed with their play on Wednesday.
Yeah, you never would have guessed that they were first-year players.
This is Bauman. And there's Ledbetter there, young man from St. Louis. Kendall Moulin. Long drive headed by Missouri State. And they'll slide it back to Basson. And again, a miscommunication between the defender and the midfielder there on that pass play. And Polster has it for the Cougars.
The simple explanation is an inaccurate pass by Basson. Now SIUE, the Cougars, demonstrating a similar patience in possession.
Danzy now on the other side.
Exactly.
And here come the Cougars on the attack. And that one is way high and wide. That might go on Highway 74.
Coventry Healthcare and proud partner.
A quick reminder, coming up, Game 2 of our doubleheader action here on Valley Live of the 2013 Missouri Valley Conference Men's Soccer Championship. There you see number 3 Bradley will take on 2nd seed Drake. And again, our coverage will begin at 6 Central Time. Danzy on the carry. And again, gets it stripped away from him.
Good fair tackle by number 6 for the Cougars, Austin Ledbetter. That's what you like to see your defenders not only win the ball, but put a little muscle on the attacker as well to send a message.
How difficult is it for a team like Southern, who, you have some guys that can attack with Danzy and Valesky, to be as patient as they are against this stifling defense and defensive-minded team in Missouri State?
Well, it's a 90-minute game, and sometimes overtime after that. And we saw the Cougars really play lackluster in the first half of the quarterfinal against Loyola, and then came out and got the job done with Danzy having the goal and the assist, and Valesky looking extremely dangerous in that second half of play. So I think they have the capability to break down Missouri State's defense, but they're going to need to get better service, as I mentioned in the keys. Better service from Polster, number 4 here. He's the guy that needs to get those through balls into Valesky, or get those balls out wide early for Danzy if they're going to break down Missouri State.
Polster's second time he has made the all-conference team. Headed out by the Cougars. And right in front of us, we'll get Missouri State to handle this. Parker Marr, number 8. There you see Parker. Young man from Joplin, Missouri.
Foul called on Danzy, a little over-eager.
Bears reversing the field. That's Basong.
Well, Basong is a right back. He looks very comfortable going forward on the dribble, getting into the attack, working give and goes. We saw a similar play out of the right back for the Cougars on Wednesday, Brett Lane, but we haven't seen it today. He's been playing more conservatively. Lane has not been getting into the attack.
And speak of the devil, there he is there working on the backside for SIUE. A couple substitutions, as you see, coming into the game for the Missouri State Bears, number 12, James Rutledge, and number 18, Jack Griffin. Griffin, part of the all-freshman team in the Valley this season.
From Beverly, England, number 18, Jack Griffin. Number 12, James Rutledge from Auckland, New Zealand. So some real international flavor out there for Missouri State.
I see Rutledge there. This one a deeper kick, headed, just over the crossbar, in for the goal, as the rebound went right out in front to Jack Griffin. Right place, right time, as he just comes in the game and gives the Bears the 1-0 lead.
First touch, goal with the header. So a dangerous set piece. Griffin gets the final touch to it. But again, an in-swinging corner kick, a flick on to the back post, and really a free header on that first header. The Cougars need to do a better job marking on this first header here.
By Thomas.
Yeah.
John Thomas gets the first
header. He puts it off the crossbar. And then very opportunistically, Jack Griffin puts it into the open side of the goal as Berner was already on the ground. No chance for the defenders. The ball too high for their knee or leg and too low to try to get their heads on.
And Jack Griffin picking up his second goal of the season.
So a well-delivered corner kick. The flick on at the near post was really what created the opening for that first header that went off the bar.
Assisted by number 10, James Thomas.
And this is where Missouri State is very dangerous. You give them that early lead, and with that stifling defense where they have had 10 shutouts this season, they could create all kinds of problems for SIUE. Let's see how they respond. Long drive trying to find Danzy.
A lot of minutes to play still, though.
And we'll get our first corner
Kick for SIUE.
of today's match for SIUE. Corner here for SIU, handled by Gabe Christensen, the sophomore from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Going for the far post, and that one swings out and blocked nicely by Basong. There's Bauman in the penalty area. Shot taken too strong And we'll get a kick here from Trevor Spangenberg.
So there was some quality. We look at the goal here. Very well executed set piece. Because this first ball in at the near post is placed perfectly for the flick on, all the way to the back post. And a good follow-up in the end from Griffin. Actually, that first flick at the near post may have been off of a Cougar player, one of the defenders.
Here's Austin Ledbetter. Cougars on the possession, down 1-0 as we've played over halfway through the first half of play. Jack Griffin goal off the corner gives the Bears the early lead here in this first semifinal matchup. Of course, again, the Bears, the regular season champions in the Valley. That one a little too far. And Spangenberg will handle it for the Bears.
Well, in a double overtime game 6 days ago, the SIUE Cougars prevailed at Springfield, Missouri against Missouri State 1-0.
Holster giving chase here for the Cougars.
Payback. I talked about that as a key, I think, for Missouri State. They want to prove that not only were they the regular season champion, but they can beat anyone in the conference.
Roberts, double team, lost it. Here comes Lane on the attack.
Well, he's going to have to get forward now because they're trailing, and he is a good attacking weapon, number 22 there, Lane, for the Cougars, getting forward from his right back position.
And it looks like Parker Marr is the injured Missouri State Bear, the junior from Joplin. Let's take a look at this one more time here, Ty.
Lane, he moves forward like a freight train up this right-hand side, and there's the contact. Lane gets right up, obviously taking more of the punishment. Right there was Parker Maher.
Lane, a redshirt sophomore from right here in Peoria.
Yeah, we'll see him joining into the attack more and more now.
And he handled these duties quite a bit in their quarterfinal victory on Wednesday afternoon. Now in the penalty area and cleared nicely by Missouri State.
Yeah, Polster did win that first header, though.
Bauman with a long drive, and we'll get the kick here from Spangenberg as we have under 18 and a half left in the opening half of play. Bears have the 1-0 lead over SIU Edwardsville. And again, the winner of this one will move on to the championship game here at Shea Stadium on Sunday afternoon with the 1 o'clock Central Time kickoff.
And of course, at stake in that championship final on Sunday, an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament.
Yes, sir. Polster swings it to the outside. There's Lane again on the attack, Ty. And he's got two white jerseys in front of him. Christensen couldn't come up with it. And here come the Bears on the possession.
Well, a good team defending by Missouri State there. They challenged Lane right away and then had a tackler in support and even a third defender coming in to close down the lanes, no pun intended, for the right back of SIUE.
Substitutions coming in. As Brett Lane looks like he's a little
holding his shoulder,
shaken up, and they're going to ask for the training staff to come out and take a look at the redshirt sophomore. It's like his left shoulder. A lot of speed, but the other thing that I think we've noticed in the second day in seeing him play for SIUE, plays a very physical game too, Ty.
Yeah, he's been involved here in the last 5 or 6 minutes in 2 or 3 collisions, including one right here. See if he fell on that left arm, and that could be something that's bothered him earlier in the season, and so the pain pretty obvious when he went to land on his left elbow.
And there you see favoring that left arm as he's headed over to the Cougars bench area. And we'll see another shot of Brett Lane here. And this was a little bit before that last one we just showed you. Ooh.
Yeah, so he may have already hurt it somewhat on that challenge.
SIUE replacing Brett Lane.
And so the Bears will get the throw in here. We'll keep an eye on Brett Lane. That could be a hit to Coach Kalish's squad there.
Yeah, he's an aggressive right back who can help in the attack.
Bears trying to get on the attack. Already have the 1-0 lead. As you see, number 10, James Thomas, sophomore from England, has a goal and a couple of assists. And again, Brett Lane working on that left arm.
I think he'll be back in, but he's obviously playing in pain.
Routledge again on the corner. Remember the last one resulted in a goal. And this time very aggressively is John Berner for the Southern Illinois University Edwardsville Cougars. Under 16.5 left in the opening half of play. Berner drives this one and handled by Missouri State. This is Roberts. Jack Roberts. And the freshman Ledbetter right there for the Cougars.
Ledbetter did well to get to the ball first there, but then put it right on the foot of an opponent.
And there's Basong again to Rivero. And nice job of Missouri State spreading things out.
A good combination play there, and keeping possession and looking to penetrate.
Bauman getting aggressive defensively there. Trying to take one away, and Missouri State maintains possession here. And the whistle against the Cougars. Remember, it was just last week that these two teams hooked up double overtime before the Missouri State Bears dropped their only conference game of 2013 against this very same SIU Edwardsville squad. And as Ty alluded to, this is Missouri State obviously wanting a little payback after that tough loss last weekend.
At home, yeah.
Routledge on the kick, headed out by SIUE. Now Jeff settles, works the middle of the field, down to Roberts. And now they'll swing it out here to the near side. Rivero. Out of Hogue. And a nice play defensively, but somehow Missouri State gets it back.
Yeah, the Cougars are not putting it together, nor have they gotten the ball up to number 8 on the right side of your screen there.
Not at all.
Christian Valesky, their most dangerous attacking player. They have tried some attacks through Danzy out on the right-hand side.
Correct.
But Valesky, I don't know, when's the last time he touched the ball?
I don't think he's had.
Yeah, maybe twice the whole half. Yeah.
They've been trying long kicks to Danzy from time to time, but for the most part, the possession time has got to really favor Missouri State in this opening half of play time.
Yeah, well, they also, Missouri State wisely has 3 defenders generally in whichever area Valesky has taken up his position. And he wins a header, Valesky there. The help wasn't close enough.
Routledge, nice job. Now they'll kick a long, deep drive, but Berner's going to come up and handle it. That one was probably should have been a little bit more farther towards the sideline.
True, it makes it easy for the keeper to just scoop it up if it's played up the center.
Moulin, all freshman honors this year for the Cougars. And there's Ledbetter. And those two center backers that Ty talked about even on Wednesday night. Very impressive, both making the all-freshman squad in the Valley this season. Maybe one of those situations where SIU Edwardsville making the championship game last year, but a lot of changeover for Coach Kalish's squad, despite having the preseason #1 pick in the Missouri Valley Conference. A lot of transfers, a lot of freshmen coming in.
And I spoke to Kevin Kalish on Wednesday, and he said, yeah, they ran into a stretch there as well where they were missing several key players through injury. He says they mostly got the guys back now for this tournament, the conference tournament here.
And the whistle's going to be on Danzy here. Missouri State will get the kick as we're under 12 minutes here in the opening half of this semifinal matchup. As you see, the Bears have the 1-0 lead over the Cougars.
Not enough mystery in the Cougars' approach in offense. They're trying that long diagonal ball to the corner to Danzy over and over again. Sometimes they're just trying to put the ball on Valesky's head, but he doesn't have any help. There's no help in the middle there.
Especially when he's got 3 white jerseys around
right,
too, Tom.
Right. So again, it's just a little bit too predictable in the attack for the Cougars.
And here comes Brett Lane back in.
Missouri State substitutions.
For the Cougars.
He's going to gut it out.
Number 24, Cole Alexander.
I don't think any of us are surprised with that.
No.
And James Thomas.
He's proven he's a pretty rugged character.
Lane coming back out there, Ty. Missouri State really aggressive right now on the offensive end. And that one is going to go off Polster. And possession to Missouri State. Bears bring it back to Bassong. Now Missouri State trying to get across here. And Moulin very aggressive defensively. Now Bassong has it blocked. And let's see if Edwardsville can get a counterattack here as we're near 10 minutes left in this opening half of play.
Yeah, and the explanation on the attempted substitution back in the game for Brett Lane is that he did not leave the game due to blood on his shirt or on his face. He was taken out because of that shoulder injury. And in NCAA substitution rules, in the first half of play, once you've been subbed for, unless it's because of a blood situation in the first half of play, you're done for that half. So I'm sure we'll see him in the second half.
Moulin with a long drive right to Spangenberg. And again, trying to work that right side as you were just talking about, Ty, as trying to get it over to Danzy. And Valesky just not involved in hardly any attack time at all here in this first half for SIU Edwardsville.
Yeah, and he's so isolated, even if he does able to get a touch to the ball.
There's Valesky getting over to Danzy.
At least Danzy has pinched in here to support Valesky a little bit.
Now Sour Wine, Polster, Ledbetter. Where's number 6? Kendall Moulin. Nice ball there to get it back to Ledbetter. And out of Polster. 8.5 left here in the first half. Cougars, again, very deliberate and working that right side again on Danzy, streaking down the near side. No whistle, Danzy will handle it.
Yeah, strong shoulder by Danzy.
Danzy somehow finds some room, couldn't get the cross as he had 3 white jerseys blanketing him eventually as he's working on the near corner.
Well, all hands on deck right now for Missouri State. They have all 10 field players back defending.
And here they come on the counter. Cougars get the possession back. And a whistle. And this will go against Missouri State. There you get a shot at Christian Valesky. First team all-conference again this season as he 5 goals during the regular season, a total of 10 points.
Yeah, the foul called against number 24, Cole Alexander. Create a good attacking opportunity for the Cougars. Cougars have pushed up both of their center backs. Center backs normally very good in the air to try and get on the end of this.
Lewis Ellis will not handle. It'll be Christensen trying to find the cut, and the header right into the hands of Spangenberg. And now let's see if we get a push by Missouri State. Hogue. For Phil Woods. Now they'll reverse the field to the near side. That's number 19, Jack Roberts, again, a young man who made the all-conference team for the Missouri State Bears in their regular season championship year down in Springfield, Missouri. And a substitution for each team. Joe Sales, number 16 for the Cougars. And as you see there, Jack Wood now coming in as he will replace Alexander Cole.
Lewis Ellis.
And Lewis Ellis will glide over into the Cougars bench here with 6 minutes left in our opening half of play. John Berner, goalkeeper of the year again in the Missouri Valley Conference. He has been tested a time or two in this opening half. Meanwhile, Spangenberg, who also made all-conference first-team honors in the Valley this year for Missouri State, hasn't really been tested at all by SIUE here in the opening half of play.
No big tests, a couple of crosses, but that was about it.
Hogue keeps it in. Now Bauman with the header. And now Roberts with the missed kick, and Cougars will get the possession here as we touch on the 5-minute mark left in our opening half.
The wind not a big factor in this match, but if it picks up, it will be in the Cougars' favor in the second half of play.
Trying to get it back to Danzy once again there, Ty, and he just didn't have any room to work whatsoever. Ledbetter driving it down that right sideline. Danzy can't give chase. Nice defensive play by Missouri State. And now the Bears will get a throw here on the attack side. Under 4.5 left. Up 1-0.
The goal for Missouri State coming from a well-executed corner kick from the left-hand side, an in-swinger that was flicked on and then headed off the crossbar.
By Jack Griffin, who literally had just checked into the game.
Yep, he got the rebound off the crossbar and put it away.
His first touch of the afternoon, and it wound up being our first goal of today's match. Barrow, now to Roberts. Roberts on the carry and a shot, and that's way strong. And we'll get a kick here for the Cougars.
And I've just noticed we actually have the sun's rays on the field in a more pronounced fashion, which will be a little bit of a challenge in the last 3.5 minutes for the goalkeeper for the Cougars, John Berner.
Missouri Valley Conference fans, Sunday's championship match will be telecast on
Ryan Navarre, as you saw there, a junior from Georgia checking in for the Missouri State Bears.
Please note that this match will not
Getting some subs into this latter stages of the first half of play. Keeping guys fresh in the final opening 45 minutes from Shea Stadium here in Peoria, just outside the campus of Bradley University. Marr. And that pass just a little too far for Navarre. 2.5 left. Let's see if the Cougars can get an opportunity here, Ty, to try to push it here.
Or switch the momentum.
Yeah.
Something we talked about a lot on Wednesday night in the quarterfinals.
Bauman with the long carry. Didn't really see him do that in Wednesday's quarterfinal matchup. And settled by Missouri State. Now Moulin. Bauman back to Moulin. They'll swing it over to Polster.
Polster very deep here.
Yeah. And there you see that sun that is peeking through the clouds now here in central Illinois. And that could be dangerous in this second half of play. Here come the Bears on the attack.
Yeah, they're happy to hold the ball, keep some possession, and not be under pressure at the other end, defending this lead into the locker room at halftime. And Basong will handle it again as we have a minute left in this first half of play. There you see head coach of Missouri State, John Leamy, and his coaching staff of the year at the Missouri Valley Conference with their regular season championship. Headed out by the Cougars. And we'll have a kick here by John Berner. Again, Missouri State trying to get the handle there with Hogue, and he does. Nice job by Emmerich Hogue.
10,
and we'll get the countdown here in the opening half.
5, 4,
Bears on the charge, and that will do it. 45 minutes in the books here in our first semifinal from Shea Stadium. Jack Griffin, the freshman from England, gets his second goal of the season, and the all-freshman midfielder has given Missouri State the 1-0 lead after one half of play. Stick around, our halftime show is headed your way next as we continue with the 2013 Missouri Valley Conference Men's Soccer Championship coverage on Valley Live.
nationally ranked program sees more than 6,000 kids with heart problems each year. We treat them in St. Louis's only state-of-the-art suite that allows us to diagnose and operate in one place. And we have the region's top 2 pediatric heart surgeons. Each day, our heart team comes together to heal kids, one heart at a time. Having the best. Another way our love for kids just keeps on growing.
Grind virtually any kind of food waste into an unending source of electrical power for a city? When Emerson takes up the challenge, it's never been done before, simply becomes consider it solved. Emerson.
In the insurance business, you think differently about a customer when you stand in the middle of his dreams. When she serves you breakfast every Saturday morning. When his son plays on the same team as your son. When you live down the street from your customers, you make sure they get covered right. And you make sure you're there when they need you. That's the way it's done around here. Grinnell Mutual, a policy of working together. To find a Grinnell Mutual agent near you, go to grinnellmutual.com.
Back at Shea Stadium, halftime of our first semifinal here in Peoria as the regular season champion Missouri State Bears have the goal from Jack Griffin, 17:52. Rutledge and Thomas on the assist, and they have the 1-0 lead over SIU Edwardsville in this first semifinal. Along with Ty Keogh, Scott Warman, welcome back. Great to have you alongside here on MVC Live. And a reminder, game number 2 coming up here on Valley Live. That will be at 6 o'clock as 3rd seed Bradley will take on the 2nd seed Drake Bulldogs. And the head coach of the Drake Bulldogs, Sean Holmes, kind enough to join us right now here at the half. Coach, good to see you as always. And congratulations on another fantastic season for your squad as you wound up getting the number 2 seed and getting that bypass of the quarterfinals and getting ready for the semifinal matchup here tonight.
Yeah, it's a nice way to keep the boys in class for a couple more days and not have to play that extra game. Winning 3 games in 5 days is difficult for anyone. Certainly for our team. I don't know a lot of teams have the depth and the kind of resolve to do that. So we were pleased that we got one of the top 2 seeds.
I don't know, did you get a chance to watch that game at all or take it in a little bit on Wednesday night? Because that was a wide open affair, a wild affair that went into 2 overtimes, as you know.
I watched the first half, and then we went out to practice.
Oh, you did?
And I came back, and it was 2-1 for Evansville, and it was tremendously exciting.
It was.
Yeah. End to end. I've never seen, you know what it reminded me of? Old Western Conference NBA games. When the Spurs and the Suns used to play like 144.
Coach Holmes is going NBA on us here.
I had a George Gervin Iceman poster when I was
Did you
a kid.
really?
Absolutely.
The Iceman cometh.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was smooth. Tell us a little bit about your team heading into this semifinal matchup here tonight.
Well, we played an incredibly rigorous schedule. We went to New Mexico, we went to Marquette, we went to Milwaukee, we hosted Cal Poly in Tulsa. Pretty much everyone we could play out of conference we did. And we got some good results. I don't think our record is indicative of how good we are. I think we're a game above or a game or 2 above 500. But our kids want to go out and play big games. And we didn't sit around and just kind of wait for, teams in the bottom 50 RPI. We went after people, and probably our signature win, we beat New Mexico at New Mexico. Yeah. I think they're number 5 in the most recent RPI. And I think it's a question of which team shows up. If that team shows up, we can do something. If the team that sometimes showed up, then, we don't stick around, I guess.
Right.
So.
And you feel the guys that have done the job for you in that type of game. Name a couple of the guys that really made the difference in a win against somebody like New Mexico.
Well, Darren McLeod, our goalie, has been tremendous all season long. And then our back 4, probably anchored by the 2 kids who made first team all-conference last night. Nick Marshall at right back and Alec Bartlett. And then Logan North, our left back, St. Louis boy from St. Charles, has gotten forward and just causes some problems. And then probably the most underrated kid in the conference, Boeing Sunday, in our center midfield, Nigerian kid from Iowa City. he is box-to-box midfielder. There is no guy like him in the conference at any age. So I think if those guys step up, the real question for us is who's going to score goals. When your right back is tied for top scorer, that's not a good
that tells you something.
Yeah, so I think hopefully someone steps forward. We had a great Thomas Shermley got a hat trick against Evansville and then never scored again this year. So we need a guy, playoff time. Just like 4 years ago, we made our run. Garrett Webb stepped up and scored a bunch of goals as we went through the tournament. You need, like the NHL, the St. Louis Blues, you need a hot goalie, you need a hot guy who can score some goals.
Well, the guys, Arday and Eck are the two guys that I remember from your squad from doing this last year.
They played very well, and I think Addison Eck has a goal, and Arday has maybe 3 or 4, but they've done a lot of other things. They just haven't converted chances. We've created them, and I've coached teams where you got to grind out 1-0 wins. This is not that kind of team. We play the ball around, we create chances, we just haven't finished them. And so the results this year, I think we gave up 15 goals in the first 4 games of the season. Wow. After that, we sort of fixed, everything kind of came together. But in every game that we've tied or lost, Wisconsin, Illinois, Chicago, winnable games, right. But you have to finish chances. Well, Sean, we appreciate you swinging by, and good luck tonight. Always good to see you. Great. Thanks for having me. Good luck second half, guys.
Good luck.
That is Sean Holmes, of course, the head coach of the Drake Bulldogs, the second seed in our Missouri Valley Conference. And our chat with the coaches is brought to you by the St. Charles Convention and Visitors Bureau. We're making plans to head to the Missouri Valley Conference Women's Championship or in St. Charles. Visit historicstcharles.com or call 800-366-2427. More from Shea Stadium when we come back here on Valley Live.
You want affordable healthcare coverage that helps cover rising medical costs, and that's exactly what you'll get with Coventry Healthcare. We offer comprehensive, affordable plans for your family or business. Visit CoventryHealthcare.com or text wellness to 74574. Health, wellness, Coventry Healthcare.
You could fly to Venice or Paris, or even Copenhagen. You could fly all over the world. But why? When you could just come to St. Louis. Your trip begins at ExploreSt.Louis.com.
Casey's, famous for pizza.
Departure, arrival, search, post, chat, check in. New foods, new fun, new favorites. All right, new client. Don't stop there. Explore, discover, connect, grow, celebrate, work, live, play. Breathe. At Hilton Garden Inn, we know you'll love our cook-to-order breakfast. First-rate service and award-winning amenities. So count on us to give you all the ways to make the most of every stay. Hilton Garden Inn Evansville, the official hotel partner of the Missouri Valley Conference.
You want affordable healthcare coverage that helps cover rising medical costs, and that's exactly what you'll get with Coventry Healthcare. We offer comprehensive, affordable plans for your family or business. Visit CoventryHealthcare.com or text wellness to 74574. Health, wellness, Coventry Healthcare.
Halftime here at Shea Stadium and our first semifinal matchup as the regular season champion Missouri State Bears have the 1-0 lead over 4th seed SIU Edwardsville. As we continue on our halftime show, Jim DeRose, of course, the head coach at the Bradley Braves, kind enough to join us as he's getting set for his second semifinal matchup with his squad, taking on the Drake Bulldogs. And 1-0 the score here in this first game. Quite a contrast to your game on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Back and forth, my friend. Holy smokes. I'm sure the emotions were going all over the place with you.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I said it was exactly the same way in the last game at Saturday. It was literally the same game.
Wow.
And I mean, almost play for play. And as I said before, they're such a great attacking team, Evansville. Our decision over the last 2 games was we just didn't think we could actually. We wanted to try to get it into a track meet. We thought maybe a track meet would help us, but really they could have ended it a few times. We had some good chances, but at this point, was a great goal to end it, and we're just happy to be playing.
Absolutely.
Your guys have to be pretty fired up. Playing at home again, a great win on Wednesday night. Do you almost have to bring them down a little bit?
Yeah, they're excited. The only thing is I think that the body brings them down. It's our 5th game in 14 days. I think that's the most in the country for any Division I team or there. And 2 double overtime games and 2 1-0 games, over that spell. It was a tough game. It took its toll. Alon Badad, who's our leading scorer, probably won't go tonight with the hamstring, and that's a tough one. Wow. But at this point, everybody's got a knock or ding, and Drake did the right thing. They got the 2 seed, and that's why you take the break. So, but I think, like you said, our guys are excited. They might not know it until 10 or 15 minutes.
Well, you lost at Drake late in October. The guys want a little bit of revenge, too.
I think it was an interesting game. It was 0-0 at half, pretty even, and we gave up 2 goals in a 7-minute or 9-minute span and pulled one back, and I thought we generated chances. So, I think our guys are excited about the matchup. The thing about us and Drake is I always enjoy it. It's kind of 2 near academic schools. Kids all know each other, a lot of kind of, I'll say, blue-collar kids, and there's some players certainly with some class, but they usually come out and try to do all the little things well, and so it's always a good matchup, good friendly matchup as well.
I'm curious, Jim, with all those games and all those minutes as you played over the last couple of weeks, expect maybe a little bit more substitution from you, especially in the first half?
Yeah, I think so. I think, we'll probably have to. I think the hardest thing about this, as you guys well know, is it's one thing you can sub in attack and maybe in the midfield, but, the backs you like to keep in there, and they've been through it, but those guys have logged the most minutes. And in the overtime against Evansville, we brought in some guys that hadn't played a lot of minutes, but came in and did great. Our boy from New Zealand, Lex Davies-Campbell, came in and gave us something. And Scotty Davis is a heart and soul kid for us, been injured most of the year, but he gave us some good minutes.
What about Brian Billings? Just talk a little bit about him and just the career that he's had here in Peoria.
Well, the career is incredible, but, I think you measure players and goalkeepers in particular, not just by their stats, but what they've done. He's won a conference championship. He's been to NCAA tournaments. He's won an NCAA tournament game. He's has posted, he's got 10 overtime wins. All of these things, UConn on the road, #1, Northwestern, US, South Florida. I think he's probably been at the helm for 5 top 10 wins. So everywhere you look at it and measure him as a goalkeeper, he's fantastic, and we're not playing without him.
How about your top field player?
Yeah.
Conference player of the year.
Yeah, Woj. He's a great kid, and he's developed tremendously. He's a Polish kid by birth, but he's been here his whole life, and he's got some contract stuff on the table in Europe. He had a great tour over there this summer. He's garnered some MLS plays. I always joke with Woj. If you put him in a pro scheme, he would flourish. He actually, the way he holds balls, takes it down. I think sometimes the college game is almost too frenetic for him. He's that gifted of a player.
But he also has the physical capability, speed, and strength to play at that level.
Yeah, and I think the thing you saw most about him that I think anybody that see him love him, 3 times in the game, he tracked somebody into the penalty area. And you heard me say, no, Woj, don't track him. But a kid that's willing to go track a player of the year, to track a back into the penalty area, says all you need to know about him.
Hey, thanks for swinging by again. Good luck tonight against Sean State.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. That's Jim DeRose, the head coach of the Bradley Braves. And our visit with the coaches this season is brought to you by the St. Charles Convention and Visitors Bureau. We're making plans to attend the 2014 Missouri Valley Conference Women's Championship. Go to historicstcharles.com or call 800-366-2427. Stay tuned. More of our intermission show will continue from Shea Stadium here on Valley Live.
You like to keep your family healthy and fit, and now there's a new way to do the same for your dog. Introducing new Purina Dog Chow Light and Healthy. It's a no sacrifices, calorie light way to keep him trim, with a deliciously tender and crunchy kibble blend he'll love, and 22% fewer calories than dog chow. Discover the lighter side of strong. New Purina Dog Chow Light and Healthy.
Jeepers, it's the creeper!
What do we do now? It's a mystery.
I know. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Zoinks! It's Lucy, like our favorite State Farm agent lady.
Hi, gang. I'll handle it. And that's not really a monster.
Creeper!
Mr. Carswell!
You meddling kids.
State Farm takes the mystery out of dealing with insurance. Get to a groovier state.
Our Our nationally ranked program sees more than 6,000 kids with heart problems each year. We treat them in St. Louis's only state-of-the-art suite that allows us to diagnose and operate in one place. And we have the region's top 2 pediatric heart surgeons. Each day, our heart team comes together to heal kids, one heart at a time. Having the best. Another way our love for kids just keeps on growing.
Help join a continent of nearly 3 million rugged square miles with a single broadband connection? When Emerson takes up the challenge, it's never been done before. Simply becomes, consider it solved. Emerson.
Welcome back to Shea Stadium. Coventry Healthcare and Aetna Company proudly presents the beginning of the second half of the 2013 Missouri Valley Conference Men's Soccer Championship semifinal match, as it's the SIU Edwardsville Cougars taking on the Missouri State Bears. Again, the Bears with the 1-0 lead as we get set for the second 45 minutes. Let's take a look at the first half stats, Ty Keel, and it's brought to you by the Wingate by Wyndham Hotel, the preferred property of the Missouri Valley Conference in Peoria. Call them at 309-589-0033 or visit petersonhotels.com/Wingate-by-Wyndham to book your hotel rooms on your next trip to Peoria.
There's really just one statistic here to focus on, and that's corner kicks. You see Missouri State has an advantage on corner kicks. They also scored their goal on a corner kick. So the corner kick is the most important stat here because of the goal coming from Missouri State's corner. Also, Missouri State, I thought, maintained possession probably better than the Cougars throughout large parts of that first half of play, which kept the pressure off of their goal. And Missouri State's going to be tough to beat. They're very strong defensively. They have the 1-0 lead here.
Now let's see how, Ty, they try to attack things as they'll start it off here in the second half with the 1-0 lead. And as we saw through the better part of the first half, they're not overly anxious to get into the attack zone. Very patient.
Very happy to keep the ball and have SIU Edwardsville chase. Look at these low sun rays, though, now that Spangenberg will have to deal with in goal for Missouri State. So the Cougars would do well to try some long-range shots early in this half.
Yeah, the press box area here, the shadow starting to kind of forge its way across the goal area for the Missouri State Bears to our left here to begin the second half of play. And one name we barely mentioned in the opening half in this matchup was Christian Valesky, the all-conference forward for Kevin Kalish's Cougars for SIU Edwardsville. And there's Valesky there. That one just a little too high out of his reach. But here come the Cougars. Settle it down. This is Bauman. And it looks like the Cougars want to reverse the field here. They used a lot of the right side of the field when they had an opportunity to attack, and they were really trying to find Danzig. And there's Lane. It looks like his shoulder's okay.
Yeah, he's already out.
He's barreling over people again.
Dishing out punishment. There's Valesky.
And the whistle on
foul.
Missouri State, and that's way back behind the play as Christensen is the injured Cougar right at the midfield area.
Yeah, he laid off a pretty nice pass into Valesky and then took the hit, obviously on his right ankle or right foot.
And again, warmer temperatures and not as cool as what we had in the quarterfinals on Wednesday, but still when it's cool out, those things can be nasty.
Yeah, Gab Christensen here. He gets to this ball first, lays the ball into Valesky, And then his right foot just was dragging behind it. Did it look like he got stepped on? I didn't see a lot of contact there. It's almost as if he had some pre-existing problem with that right ankle.
And just now getting up on his own 2 feet. Still looks like he's in excruciating pain. I feel like it was Jack Griffin is who he kind of collided with there. And he's going to still give it a go.
Yeah, it wasn't really a nasty challenge.
The song will come to the near side. And he was fairly active for Missouri State over in that right backside.
Yeah, he
came up from time to time, didn't he?
Easy to spot with those orange shoes. But Missouri State here obviously just going to absorb some pressure here. Remember the Cougars in the quarterfinal on Wednesday night against Loyola really came out strong at the beginning of the second half. Yeah. So we'll see if they're able to create that sort of pressure again and create some goals as they did against Loyola.
That's Austin Ledbetter, tapping it back to Berner. He'll drive this one to the middle of the field. And here comes Missouri State, trying to get some attack going here in the opening 3 minutes of this second half of play. Polster. Ellis. A little too far past Valesky. Now Christensen. And the clear by the Bears.
Yeah, the initial clearance by the Bears, they're really lacking. They're lucky they didn't pay more heavily for it.
And another Cougar down on the field. This time it's Ellis, the junior from the UK. Got an international flavor in this semifinal matchup.
He's all right.
It looks like we're going to get the kick here from Austin Ledbetter. Let's see how the Cougars play this down 1-0. And Danzy somehow got a little bit of a shot off goal, but not as much, I think, as he wanted to, as the save was made by Spangenberg.
And remember, Spangenberg's looking into those sun rays still a little bit, although it's fading. That was a well-placed free kick by Ledbetter. I mean, it was right into the dangerous area, and Danzy did have a stab at it.
And again, Austin, remember the All-Missouri Valley Conference freshman team that was announced last night.
We saw a lot of free kicks wasted in the quarterfinals on Wednesday, but that one was in a dangerous, targeted area.
Bauman has it again. Now Valesky.
No space though, right?
None. Lane, long drive. Valesky header. Oh, what a save. Woo-hoo. Christian was trying to sneak that one in. And Spangenberg just got a little bit of a hand on that one time.
And I think there may have been a foul called here against Valesky. Even had he put it in, and the save, obviously it's a big save, but I think there might have been a foul on a push there before Valesky headed the ball. But that's a tremendous range exhibited there by Spangenberg to get that low that quickly and keep the ball out. I think the whistle had blown or was about to be blown on a foul against Valesky there.
Again, both of these goalkeepers, first team all-conference honors in this 2013. Berner for SIU Edwardsville gets the goalkeeper of the year for the second consecutive season.
Yeah, that was, he really had to reach to get down to that one.
Well, again, the whole thing set up, despite the foul call, was the kick by Brett Lane.
Yeah. Yeah, Lane delivered a dangerous cross towards that near post area.
There's Danzig again on the far side for SIUE. And now Berner to Bauman. pass for the Cougars. Ellis. And the whistle against Missouri State. That'll be on Jack Griffin.
Our goal scorer for Missouri State in the first half, Griffin.
A long drive by the Cougars here. Ellis giving chase, and he's pushed by Basson. And looks like we're going to get a kick here for the Cougars. And Ellis a little slow to get up. Now we'll see how SIUE down 1 goal is going to play this one.
Yeah, this one is tailor-made for either right across the 6-yard box, or potentially if the two players on the ball here can combine, there could even be a shot off of the second or third touch here.
A nice defensive play. Ellis didn't have a chance to get that shot off on that set play on that free kick.
Yeah, Ryan Navarre really reacted quickly to close it down.
Danzy with the shot, and a save made by Spangenberg, and he has been tested more in the opening 8 minutes than he was the entire 45 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, similar to the quarterfinal against Loyola on Wednesday night. The Cougars coming out here firing. Spangenberg there saw that one all the way, but it was still a dangerous chance and a good opportunity for the Cougars.
It was a good opportunity for SIUE. Again, just like you mentioned, just like the quarterfinal matchup on Wednesday, Cougars look like they're in much more of a rhythm here in the second half.
Yeah, they've raised it, easily 30% in terms of their ability to pressure and create attacking opportunities.
And this last scoring chance for the Cougars here, Todd.
Yeah, and there's that setting sun in the distance, but Spangenberg well positioned, saw it all the way, but it's on target. I mean, there's always a chance there that he gives up a rebound or there's a deflection, so good pressure offensively as the Cougars try and tie the score here.
Ellis for the Cougars, and Missouri State trying to get the possession back in an attack going. We really haven't seen an attack by Missouri State in this opening stages of this second half of play with the 1-goal lead.
I think they came out not necessarily looking to create offense. They were just trying to come out and be organized and maybe take some of the momentum and energy out of the Cougars game. You could feel that one, could you?
Yes, especially when it's goal out.
Missouri State substitutions, number 6, Jared Gain.
Jared Gain and Emmerich Hogue.
He replaced Griffin.
Coming in for Coach Leamy's Missouri State Bears. Hogue, as we mentioned, the leading goal scorer and point producer for the Bears in 2013. And I was about to say, I thought Sauerwein got away with a push there, but he did not.
No, we just didn't hear the whistle right away. But the Missouri State Bears, consistency in terms of defensive play has been the key for them throughout the season, particularly in their conference schedule. And right now they've got the situation they look for, a lead that they can defend.
And Roberts trying to make a move there. We get the throw in by Missouri State. And it looks like Brandon Basson will handle this for the Bears. Let's see how deep he gets this one. Nice settle by the Bears. This is Barbero. Now trying to work the center there, and it looks like we're going to get a kick here from Berner. Time now for today's date in MVC history. It focuses on the semifinals of the 97 MVC tournament at Coke Field in Evansville. And on this date, back in 97, Brad Jordan scored twice in the second half, and Mike Lamb added another as Mo State defeated Vanderbilt 4-1 to advance to the title match. And that is our MVC history on this date on November 15th, 1997. The song finds Hogue. Hogue on Bowman, trying to get the cross. Hogue again on the drive, and that one's going to fall a little bit short on the short side, and we'll get another kick from Berner.
A goal kick for SIUE. John Berner to kick for the Cougars.
And a little more pressure in the last couple of minutes by the Missouri State team on the attack side, which we really hadn't seen in the opening 10 minutes.
No, again, I think they wanted to make sure, especially in the opening 10 minutes of the second half, that they didn't give anything up. So they kept more players back. They tried to stay more organized. Now they're venturing forward a little bit as they've withstood the pressure from the Cougars.
Bauman to the center. Christensen tackled off the play, no whistle. Valesky swings it out to Ellis. Ellis with a nice move there. Gets the cross. Header wide from Danzy.
But this is better attacking play, again, from the Cougars here in the second half compared to almost no attacks generated in the first half of play. And that's a good cross. Danzy gets to it. He's well defended, though. Danzy had defenders near him and on him, which made it difficult for him to get enough force on the header when it finally got to him.
Again, Jabari Danzy with an outstanding performance in the victory for the Cougars on Wednesday to move into the semifinal action.
And that was a good cross by Ellis, by the way. You know, he got towards the end line. He fought off a couple defenders and drove the ball across, trying to put it on Danzy's head, which he did, hoping Danzy could bury it.
Danzy with that goal and the assist in the victory on Wednesday afternoon. Again, our second semifinal coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on Valley Live as the third seed Bradley Braves will be taking on the second seed Drake Bulldogs here at Shea Stadium. The song on the carry. Brandon. Nice job. And couldn't get past that third defender for SIUE. All right, let's see if the Cougars can maintain some type of attack down 1-0 here in the second half of play. Here comes Lane coming up on the play. Now to Danzy. Danzy marked very nicely. And the Bears will get the possession. Boy, we've seen that how many times today, Ty, where whether it's Valesky or Danzy just really don't have any room to work whatsoever when they finally get a chance to touch the ball.
Yeah, well, Danzy really threatened there to get through. I mean, he almost broke through. He may have been held slightly, to tell you the truth. But Missouri State defending well and coordination in defending. In other words, not just trying to go one against one. There's always a second defender floating there and supporting because they know how dangerous Danzy can be.
Polster. Now Ellis. Back to Bauman. Under 30 minutes left in this second half. The winner moves on to the championship game on Sunday. Right now, Missouri State with the goal from Jack Griffin off the corner in the first half have given the regular season champion in the Missouri Valley Conference, the Missouri State Bears, the 1-goal lead. Wood trying to get it past Polster, and somehow he came up with it. 1 against 3. Nice job there. Here comes the steal for Missouri State. Roberts trying to swing it to the outside. And Mullen up ahead for SIUE. There's Valesky. Very quiet here this afternoon in this semifinal match.
Coach Valesky with the game winner. What stood up as the game winner in the quarterfinal against Loyola on Wednesday. Nicely finished breakaway, essentially set up by Danzy's beautiful through pass. On Missouri State's goal in the first half of this match, the assists handed out to James Rutledge, who took the corner kick, and then the initial header by James Thomas. Yeah. Off the crossbar, followed up then by Griffin.
And speaking of James Thomas, he comes in a substitution situation for the Missouri State Bears, as you see Lewis Ellis checking out for SIUE.
Well, Missouri State has put up a lot of shutouts this season. Tough to score against. And they're holding on right now. Do they go into a complete defensive shell, or do they come out and play a little bit? We'll see.
10 shutouts this season. And as we told you, a school record, they had 7 straight games, which happened in the month of October, where they did not give up 1 goal.
Danzy on the turn here.
Danzy gets some speed, and he can't save it.
Yep, ran out of real estate. But there you see he can break through, which is why, almost to a fault, SIU's going to that right side, looking to get the ball to Danzy on almost every attack.
Which they did in the first half,
too. Yeah, they feel they still have that asset of him be able to break through, and he's come very close to breaking through on several occasions.
And that whistle is going to be on Missouri State as Polster work in the middle of the field here for SIU Edwardsville. Sour wine. Bauman to the center of the field. Now Danzy, and offsides on the Cougars.
Sour wine for the Cougars had the second assist on that goal I was just describing a moment ago. Danzy played it into Valesky for that game winner, but it was Sauerwein who got the ball wide early out to Danzy so that Danzy could look up and find Valesky for the game winner. I think we had thought initially it was Lane, but it was Sauerwein. It's a real midfield battle right now.
It is. And in fact, I was just about to say a much different tone and a much different pace than what we had in that nightcap of our doubleheader on Wednesday. That was end-to-end action, to say the least.
That was, let's go forward, let's send as many bodies forward as we can.
That was fun, though.
And these teams playing under a bit more control and trying to work the ball through midfield a little bit more.
And again, the Bears. Very slow and methodical.
Very deliberate, good possession. They have the lead. Nice stuff there.
And here comes Valesky. Valesky, very dangerous in the center. Swings it to the outside. Lane. Shot blocked out in front. Polster. Miss kick. And saved. Cross headed out. And Basong tries to clear it. Polster with the header. And now we'll have to go back, and SIUE will get the possession as we touch on 24 minutes remaining in this second half of play. Winner of this one moves on to the championship game on Sunday.
Well, the center back for Missouri State, Turner, has had a very strong game, clearing some very dangerous crosses and crossing passes from the Cougars' right-hand side. Turner seems to be very well positioned when he needs to be. Andrew Turner, 6'2", big kid from Sheffield, England, playing an intelligent game and making big defensive plays at the back for Missouri State.
Nice play by Masson defensively. Sour wine, back to Lane, and he gets some distance on that kick. And here's Valesky. He's dangerous, trying to get some room, and he's tied up. 3 white jerseys surrounding number 8. And no doubt, I would imagine Valesky's got to be a little frustrated at this stage of the game, Ty.
Well, if you're a goal scorer, which Valesky is, no question about that, one of the most dangerous players in the entire league offensively, you have to have the attitude that, hey, I'm still going to get my goal. No matter how many times you're frustrated, you have to believe in yourself. You can't put your head down, or you're not a true goal scorer.
And the Bears are called on an offsides. That is Brandon Barbero, sophomore from Georgia. First team all-conference player for the Missouri State Bears. Finished the season with 2 assists. You look up and down the roster here for Missouri State. It's not like they'll dazzle you with all these numbers.
No, they do it the hard way. They
Yes,
get
they
out.
do.
They play strong defense.
Danzy to the center. Polster. Valesky. And settled by Missouri State.
Missouri State playing generally with just one man up, everyone else collapsing back. They've almost parked the bus. And you watch the last 15 minutes, they will park the bus. Or circle the wagons, or whatever you want to call it.
There was at least a time or two that I can remember off the top of my head, even in the first half, where they brought Alton back.
Yeah, they did.
To help out defensively.
Yeah.
Here's Polster. Swings it out the lane. Lane trying to get ahead of steam. Drops it back to Danzy. Trying to get to that middle there with Valesky. And again, you just saw on the left side of your screen 3 white jerseys surrounding number 8 there right in the middle of the field as Ellis coming back in for the SIU Edwardsville Cougars.
Yeah, Lewis Ellis has made some good attacking plays for the Cougars in this second half of plays. Helped create a couple of their best chances.
So Jared Gain and Jack Roberts taking a seat on the Missouri State bench, catching a breather. And Lane again throwing another shoulder there out on the far side.
Is that the good shoulder or the bad shoulder?
I don't think he cares. Now it looks like we got a Bear who took that shot. Trying to regain himself here.
Yeah, a bit of a jolt.
That's Hogue. Here's our goal that was scored in this match, and our goal summary brought to you by Casey's General Store. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Back in the first half of play, the initial header off the crossbar. Griffin follows through. Burner off his line. The flick gets him out of position. And obviously, once the ball went off the crossbar, the goalkeeper, Burner, still on the ground, no chance to make the save. But it was a quality taken in swinger that created the goal from Missouri State. Ball played in nicely by Rutledge.
Valesky. Trying to get a give and go.
Almost clicked.
Great read by Missouri State defensively. Now Valesky taps it back. Polster a little strong.
Yeah, he's really just trying to bend that ball, place it into that upper corner, into the upper V. And when you're under pressure like that, you have a tendency to hurry it a little bit and maybe get a little bit too much under it. But it's a decent layoff to put Polster in that shooting position. And I think he's frustrated, disappointed that he did not do better with it, at least force a save out of Spangenberg.
And that'll be on Missouri State on Brandon Bassong, the junior from Iowa.
He's doing the Brett Lane impersonation there.
Under 19 minutes left here in the second half of play. We just showed you the one goal off the corner by Missouri State way back in the first half of play. And before you know it, we'll be talking about being the clock being the enemy, if you will, of SIUE here, Ty.
Yeah, their season perhaps winding down.
Long drive by Ledbetter, headed out, and I think we're going to get a kick here from Spangenberg.
Yeah, Valesky challenged well for that. Looks like he already has a bloody nose. But that was courageous. He got all the way up. He beat Spangenberg to that high ball.
Winner by 8, Christian Valesky sails high. Winner Spangenberg to take the goal kick to Missouri State.
Nice ball in the corner here for Missouri State. They get a cross, headed out by Southern.
I think that was a chest pass, actually. Or shoulder pass.
And I was just about to say, how many more times do you think we'll actually see Missouri State with a strong attack going after Burner? I think those opportunities are few and far between. Are we going to get a yellow card here? Nope.
Yeah, the card is up.
And can't make out right now who the injured bear is.
The yellow card, I believe, going to Austin Ledbetter, the number 6 for the SIUE Cougars.
In fact, it's James Thomas, the sophomore from England,
yellow card,
who was slow to get up after taking the contact.
He's the one that put that header off the crossbar that led to the goal.
Exactly. Yeah. And in the box, and it's cleared out by SIUE. Possession maintained by the Bears. Again, another deep kick, and easily handled by John Burner.
Burner patiently waiting for his Cougars to get upfield to contest for a ball that obviously is going to drive as far as he can.
Yeah, well, we've seen the last couple of years how strong a leg this young man has, and that's a perfect indication there. No gust of wind like Wednesday. Back at oh, what a pass. And Thomas, had an opportunity, and Burner comes up with it.
He's claiming it was not a handball, but if it's a deliberate handball, the referee has to give the red card.
Wow. What a turn of events this could be.
Burner well outside of the penalty area.
I'd like to see this again.
Did he use his hand? Did he use it deliberately to stop an obvious, clear goal-scoring chance? If that's the case, the referee's got it right.
Shot by 10, James Thomas.
Yes, it looks like he's got it right.
Yeah, the Cougars will play a man down now. They have.
Wow, huge here.
Bauman's giveaway.
SIUE number 1, John Burner.
Thomas in the clear here. Burner way off of his line. Maybe his right elbow. His right elbow. This will be a better angle.
Yeah,
hopefully.
here's a better angle here from our great camera crew.
He throws his body. Yeah, it's off his right arm.
Yep.
And he's outside.
That's a good call.
Yep. Referee had to do it.
And there wasn't too much complaining from John either.
There wasn't much else that John Berner could do
right.
either. It's a one-on-one situation. He's just trying to cut the angle.
29, Kent Kubernis, now in goal for SIUE.
Kent Kubernis, a sophomore from Millstadt, Illinois, and a transfer from Wisconsin, will replace Berner. Boy, what a tough situation for John. And there you see, obviously very disappointed in the turn of events in this game at the 16:45 mark left in this second half of play. As we see his replacement making it out here on the field here at Shea Stadium. Semi-final match number 1, Missouri State, the regular season champs, up 1-0.
Well, we can't emphasize it enough. There's not much Berner could have done in that situation at all. And really, the blame goes to his defender who played that poor back pass. I think it was Bowman, the left back, who did not put enough on that back pass. And it allowed Thomas to go in one-on-one, and Berner just reacted as best he could and happened to use his right arm outside of the penalty area and earned the red card.
Looks like Hogue, number 9, and James Falk, the junior from England, Defensive Player of the Year in the Missouri Valley Conference. It's Hogue, and that one's blocked out in front with the wall from SIUE.
And Falk with the captain's armband for Missouri State. That tells you a lot right there.
And that whistle's going to go against Hogue. So we're going to kick here for SIUE as we're under 17 minutes left in this second half. And the Bears trying to hold on and move into the championship game on Sunday here at Shea Stadium.
Well, I think for John Berner, it has to be that much tougher. You're a senior. This is probably your last collegiate game, and it's a bitter memory.
Oh, but like you said, he really had. He was kind of in no man's land.
Limited options.
Yeah, exactly. This is Ellis for SIUE. Long drive in the box. Dangerous. Basong.
Yeah, he wins the defensive header there.
Yeah.
That was important for Basong.
And Bauman will handle the chores here on the near sideline. And Dancy coming back in.
An SIUE substitution. 9, Jabari Danzy. Danzy replaces Joe Sales.
Now Polster. Polster with the deep drive. Danzy there with the header.
Got up well, didn't he?
He did. Sauerwein misplayed it, but recovers very nicely, and back to Ledbetter. Danzy again working that right side of the attack for SIUE, but again, covered like a blanket like he has through the better part of this semifinal match.
This is where it's critical that Missouri State gets a possession and find the open man. They have the extra player out there now. It's 11 against 10, so if they can get possession and start to keep the ball, that's going to be critical for Missouri State. Just find the open man. You have the extra man.
I guess the question is, now that you have the 11-on-10 situation going on, how many times have we seen them concentrate so much on defense that they only have one man up? Do you maybe try to sneak another guy up there to just keep SIUE honest on the attack?
You have that opportunity to press a little bit and really match up and not give SIU any space.
Bauman. And back to Moulin. Now Danzy working the middle of the field. And again, Missouri State comes up with the loose ball here. And a nice carry. And here comes Missouri State on the attack, but we're going to get another yellow card, it looks like, on the Cougars from SIUE. This is Hogue that's down and holding his left knee.
Yeah, that was after the play. That's why you see a yellow card. Unnecessary, really.
Yellow card is due to SIUE number 4, Matt Polster.
Matt Polster receives the yellow card, so Ledbetter and Polster receiving yellow cards here in the second half.
Yeah, Hogue there breaking through, and that deliberate challenge after no chance to play the ball by Polster. He plays the man and gets the yellow card.
As the training staff from Missouri State comes out onto the Shea Stadium field to attend to Hogue, the sophomore from Florida, again the leading goal scorer on this Missouri State squad.
And really a poor decision by Polster in that this allows Missouri State to kind of collect their wits, get organized. They're kind of having a little team meeting amongst themselves, the players in the center circle right now. And this gives them a chance to really tie everything down and make sure they don't leave any openings in these final 13 minutes or so.
Hey, we want to remind you, you can catch the title match of the Missouri Valley Conference Men's Soccer Championship this Sunday, with the winner receiving the league's automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Please note, this match will not be seen on Valley Live. Coverage will begin at 1 o'clock Central Time on Fox Sports Midwest, Fox Sports Indiana, Fox Sports Kansas City, Fox College Sports, also Comcast Sportsnet Chicago, as well as ESPN3. The match will also be seen on tape delay on Comcast Sportsnet Chicago at 7 o'clock Central Time on Sunday night. Again, please check your local listings for the channels in your area for the championship title game here from Shea Stadium. Again, 1 o'clock Central Time on Sunday. Partner Ty Q and Shaw Wheelock will bring it to you here from Central Illinois. As you see Hogue making his way to the Missouri State bench, and Jack Roberts will come in to substitute for Hogue.
You see how much of that green paint Hogue is wearing on his jersey. He's hit the ground a few times, not just this last time when Polster unceremoniously took him down.
"13 minutes, 20 seconds left in this semifinal matchup. And the winner moves on to that title game that we just talked about. Coming up, our second semifinal between Drake and Bradley, 2 versus 3 seed. On the kick, it's Ellis here for SIUE. And whistle again against, I think that was against Polster again of SIUE. Might be some frustration kind of creeping in on the Cougars right now.
Yeah, no doubt, playing a man down, trailing here late. Looks pretty tough for the Cougars to make a comeback here.
You got 1 versus 4, but again, remember, Cougars were the team that was predicted to win this thing this year in the Missouri Valley Conference.
And the Cougars are the only team that beat Missouri State in the regular season. In the conference. And of course, on Sunday, the teams in this championship final of the Missouri Valley Conference playing for the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. So there's a lot to play for here and on Sunday especially.
Phil Woods coming in as a sub for Brandon Barbera. Again, we've got under 12 minutes left in this second half of play, and see if Edwardsville can somehow sustain some type of pressure here. They did so in a couple of different waves in the second half. Didn't really have any pressure at all in the opening 45 minutes, but again, that defense that just stifles you for Missouri State.
Well, SIUE had a couple of very good chances in the first 15 minutes or so of this second half of play. Spangenberg made one very good save on a Valesky header that we thought maybe might not have counted because of the push. But he made some other good stops as well.
And looks like we're seeing SIUE now at the 11-minute mark going a little gambling here, pushing a lot more guys forward.
They have no choice.
Trying to chip it to Danzy. There he is there, and he couldn't settle it. Wow. That's a misplay there by Jamar.
Missouri State Bears have the extra man to find in the open when they're in possession, extra man to double team when they're defending.
Brandon Bassong just drills it all the way down. Again, backup goalkeeper now in for SIUE, Kent Cabernis, as John Berner, the goalkeeper of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference, gets the red card as he came out of the penalty area, and it was his right arm that had touched the ball on a break by Thomas, and hence the automatic
straight red
ejection from the game. And obviously that young man is really got to be feeling down on himself. But again, one of those situations, Ty, he was in a no-win situation.
Yeah, it was a breakaway, a giveaway at the back by one of the Cougar defenders. Berner came out to cut the angle and did get his right arm on the ball when he was he was at least 10 yards outside the penalty area. It wasn't like it was a borderline judgment call.
Under 9.5 left now in the second half. Missouri State trying to hold on to this 1-goal lead. The Jack Griffin header. Bass Burner off the corner kick in the first half at the 17:25 mark is the difference in this game right now.
Well, I've seen crazier things in soccer, but one of the things that the Cougars should do to help themselves is not foul as much as they've been fouling, because that allows Missouri State to get organized, get a little breather, and really kill the game.
And it looks like SIUE got away with one there. Jason Hackett, number 11.
Missouri State substitution.
And a sub. You see number 13, Ryan Navarre, junior from Georgia, who we saw in the first half come in here for the first time in half number 2. Again, a long kick by Missouri State. Handled by Ledbetter. And now Cabernis, the backup goalkeeper. Long kick. And again, SIU having trouble trying to maintain power. Now Thomas won't be able to catch up with it. Really can't maintain. I meant power. I meant possession. Try to get something set up to try to get some attack going here, down by a goal.
Well, Thomas has been involved very much, even though he's off the bench for Missouri State. There, you see him right there. He headed the ball off the crossbar that led to the Missouri State goal, and it was him on the breakaway when he stole a back pass where Berner had to use his hand outside the box, and that's why the SIUE Cougars are a man down now.
Ledbetter, long drive. Sauerwein trying to get to the 50-50. He'll slide it to Lane. Lane. And that boot is way too long. And again, coming up at 6 o'clock here from Shea Stadium, our second semifinal matchup as the host team and third seed, the Bradley Braves, will be taking on the second seed Drake Bulldogs. Again, we'll have it for you starting at 6 o'clock Central Time right here on Valley Live.
Thomas and Rowland.
Spangenberg on the kick here for Missouri State. And Christensen somehow comes away with it. Trying to find Valesky. And he was double teamed on that pass attempt by Christensen.
Well, the Cougars now forced to go with a lot of long high balls, and that's that's really right up the alley of the Missouri State defenders. There's some tall, strong guys at the back for Missouri State that love winning head balls.
Oh, trying to make a move on the outside, and looks like he might have hurt his hamstring there on a potential cut. And now we get a stoppage in play. And that's the second time Hogue has been down with an injury here in this afternoon's contest.
Yeah, no real contact there.
No.
Just trying to turn the corner. He's grabbed a little bit, but it's really just he went to sprint off of that left leg, and it looks like the muscle pulled. Actually off the right leg.
Slide him off the field there, bro.
Yeah. Well, I've had those. It feels like somebody shot you.
Oh. Kind of surprised when we kind of get this kind of going, fading into the night, the cool air as well. Sometimes you get the cramping going on too. You would imagine during your playing days had that a time or two, right?
Well, these guys are too young to get hurt. I don't, you know.
They're too young to get hurt.
I mean, at that age, I didn't start having injuries like that until I was 28 or 29. Come on.
Now on the attack, Valesky trying to get Hackett, and Hackett just tugging on the jersey of Basong, and he just smiling.
He can smile. His team's on top. His team is a man up due to the red card to the SIUE goalkeeper, John Berner, earlier in this half. So pretty much in control, Missouri State, who've been known for their shutout defense throughout the season, or at least through large parts of the season.
Now they're looking for their 11th shutout of 2013 and a right to play for the championship game here in Peoria on Sunday. Under 5 minutes left. If they can hold on, they will be playing again here on Sunday in Central Illinois. Time really becoming the enemy of the Cougars from SIU Edwardsville. Now Polster, dangerous, and a whistle. That's away from
late,
and a yellow card.
Another late frustration foul. That one on Christensen, I believe. But Missouri State just too good, too strong at the back, in the air. They're winning every high ball. They're well organized, but they're also very strong and very confident in the air. The whole back line for Missouri State.
I mean, if I'm guys like Valesky and Danzy, I've just got to be so frustrated with the whole situation.
Yeah, you're starved. You'd really want the ball to feed. All these balls coming in the air. The tall central defense of Missouri State just dominates.
Again, that was one of the keys that Ty had in the open of our contest here is, you know, trying to contain those two high, potent offensive players for SIUE, and they have done a great job as we're now under the 4-minute mark left in this semifinal matchup. Long kick, and that one's going to trickle out, and we'll get a goal kick now from Missouri State. Now Trevor Spangenberg, as you see there, first team all-conference, missed all of last year for the Missouri State Bears. We showed you his new numbers heading into today's matchup with the .40 goals against and the .833 save percentage. No question the goals against is going to drop even more. Save percentage go up a little bit, but there wasn't that many saves.
No, I just had a couple, really.
Which again is that testament to the outstanding play from the 10 in front of the goalkeeper for Missouri State. In the penalty area, headed out. Now look at all 10 players in the red in the attack zone.
Yeah, that's Andrew Turner again winning the high ball. I mean, that's right up his alley.
Moulin handled the throw in here. And a whistle. And looks like we might have had another foul called on SIUE. We've had a ton of those here in the second half on Edwardsville, haven't we, Ty?
Yeah, they're frustrated. They're just trying to fight their way back into this game, but too many fouls just, again, plays right into the hands of Missouri State defending the lead. Actually, the header was Jack Roberts a moment ago defensively, also 6'1" for Missouri State.
Polster, opportunity here. And that one is deflected out of bounds. And Cougars dangerous under 2 minutes left, around 90 seconds. Still have some time left here with this corner.
Wow, that would have been a game changer.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, that was very close and the best chance by far for the Cougars in the last 30 minutes.
Corner headed, and we'll do it again. As you see, the Cougar there wanting a foul called. And that one, nice play by Spangenberg to get that one out. Now a shot by Sauerwein, deflected, and Trevor's right there to make the save. That was dangerous.
That just goes to show you have to keep your focus, as Spangenberg did, for the full 90 minutes, because right now he's under pressure, and a deflection like that could go anywhere.
Boyack.
So the Cougars, a man down, still putting on pressure, and we're really unlucky to score here late.
And the whistle on Missouri State. Time winding down.
Yeah, two great chances for the Cougars just in the last 60 seconds here.
30 seconds left. As you see that, Kent Cabernis, the backup goalkeeper, the sophomore, again in for Berner, who received the red card in the second half. Kevin Kalish shouting out instructions to his Cougars here. Critical play for the Cougars. And we're in our final 30 seconds of regulation.
Well, this would be called a Hail Mary here.
I was going to say, can they pull out the miracle? And this one will go out in the near sideline. Down to 20 seconds left. They got to get it in. Moulin in the penalty area. And Missouri State, nice job. Down to 9, and we got the countdown rolling. Now a header. And time's going to wind down. That will do it. And congratulations, the Missouri State Bears, the regular season champions in the Missouri Valley Conference. They hold on 1-0 to advance to the championship match here at Shea Stadium on Sunday with the victory over Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville. We'll take a break and wrap things up here at Shea Stadium as the Missouri State fans are elated. Their Bears move on to the championship. Back after this on Valley Live.
could fly to Venice or Paris or even Copenhagen. You could fly all over the world. But why, when you could just come to St. Louis? Your trip begins at ExploreSt.Louis.com.
In the insurance business, you think differently about a customer when you stand in the middle of his dreams. When she serves you breakfast every Saturday morning. When his son plays on the same team as your son. When you live down the street from your customers, you make sure they get covered right. And you make sure you're there when they need you. That's the way it's done around here. Grinnell Mutual, a policy of working together. To find a Grinnell Mutual agent near you, go to GrinnellMutual.com.
Casey's, famous for pizza.
The 2013 Missouri Valley Conference Men's Soccer Championship is brought to you by Coventry Healthcare, the official presenting sponsor for Valley Live. By Casey's General Store, Casey's, famous for pizza. And by Purina Dog Chow, help keep him strong, dog chow strong. Ty Keel and our entire Web Stream Productions crew, Scott Warman back with you. The Missouri State Bears have moved on to the championship game as they win it by a score of 1-0. Time now for our player of the match, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare and Aetna Company. Visit CoventryHealthcare.com for more information.
Our player of the match, number 15, Andrew Turner. I enjoy this, giving credit to a defensive player. Usually it's the guys up front that get the points and get all the attention, but Andrew Turner, really a yeoman-like performance, organizing, staying back, keeping the defense tight, and winning another shutout for Missouri State. Really a tough performance, won so many head balls and so many tackles for them defensively to preserve that shutout.
All right, Ty, let's get to our play of the match. It's made possible by Emerson, the global technology and engineering company. Emerson, consider it solved.
Yeah, the in-swinging corner, headed first off the crossbar. Griffin finishes it, the lone goal of the match. And it's just put into a dangerous area on an in-swinger. And nice finish by Griffin at the end as Burner had already dove for the initial header off the crossbar and was no longer in any position to make the save.
Well, congratulations to the regular season champion, the Missouri State Bears. They move to the title game. They'll play the winner of our next match coming up at 6 o'clock Central here on Valley Live as the second seed Drake Bulldogs will take on the third seed Bradley Braves. And again, our coverage begins at 6 o'clock Central Time. For Ty Keel and our entire Web Stream Productions crew, I'm Scott Warman. It's Missouri State moving on to the title match as they win it 1-0 over SIU Edwardsville. We'll see you in about 40 minutes here on Valley Live.
You want affordable healthcare coverage that helps cover rising medical costs, and that's exactly what you'll get with Coventry Healthcare. We offer comprehensive, affordable plans for your family or business. Visit CoventryHealthcare.com or text wellness to 74574. Health, wellness, Coventry Healthcare.
You like to keep your family healthy and fit, and now there's a new way to do the same for your dog. Introducing new Purina Dog Chow Light and Healthy. It's a no sacrifices, calorie light way to keep him trim, with a deliciously tender and crunchy kibble blend he'll love, and 22% fewer calories than dog chow. Discover the lighter side of strong. New Purina Dog Chow Light and Healthy.
Yeah, I'm married. Does it matter? You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Departure, arrival, search, post, chat, check in. New foods, new fun, new favorites. All right, new client. Don't stop there. Explore, discover, connect, grow, celebrate, work, live, play. Breathe. At Hilton Garden Inn, we know you'll love our cook-to-order breakfast. First-rate service and award-winning amenities. So count on us to give you all the ways to make the most of every stay. Hilton Garden Inn Evansville, the official hotel partner of the Missouri Valley Conference.
You want affordable healthcare coverage that helps cover rising medical costs, and that's exactly what you'll get with Coventry Healthcare. We offer comprehensive, affordable plans for your family or business. Visit CoventryHealthcare.com or text wellness to 74574. Health, wellness, Coventry Healthcare.